All right, boys, let's react to this Russian phenom for the Montreal Canadiens. Was he 5th overall pick? 4th overall pick? I think it might be.
I think he might be 5th. Last year, right?
Yeah.
High pick.
He's supposed to be the next big thing in Montreal, so I hope he is. Let's react to his goals from his season in SKA. SKA? KHL?
St. Petersburg.
I think he had the most points for a kid under 20.
playing in St. Petersburg, not the KHL? Damn.
It is KHL.
It's KHL.
Oh, it's KHL. Okay.
What's one of the
that's
big
it's one
teams,
like the
man?
best teams.
Okay.
ever.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's like 8-minute video. You guys ready?
Let's go.
8 minutes.
He's number 91, by the way. So
Shit, I gotta fucking get my glasses or something.
should I circle? Every time
No,
you
it's fine.
He's right there.
After the fact.
He almost fell
Yeah.
in there. He almost fell in
That was
that
a nice
one.
pass though. Good hockey IQ.
Why was that a
Consult.
highlight? I don't know. But okay.
Nice pass. Oh damn!
Oh,
Whoa.
Dangles. Dangles.
Kid's got moves.
You got hands.
No finish?
Ooh.
Oh, he scored?
Oh, close. That was nice though.
Ooh.
Oh, he's good.
Oh, you got hands.
Yo, this guy's
Oh!
quality, man.
This guy's nasty.
This guy's
good.
quality.
This guy's nasty.
I thought he finished.
Maybe he can finish one of these, then we'll actually give him props, right? Oh, here he goes. Okay.
He keeps falling down and like.
Low-key, that was like the Ovechkin goal when he fell on his ass and scored, but he did score this time.
But it is KHL. We gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a pass!
But he's also like 19 years old, right? And I think he's a bunch of grown-ass men.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, remember, like when you look at people's stats in the KHL
Exactly,
and all
yeah.
that stuff, it's always
Ooh.
like,
Man, he's really loved this.
Oh, what a-
Wait, that one was
Oh,
a nice goal. That was a nice
goal.
highlight so far. Between his
That-
legs? Between the legs?
He's a little bit of a Bury in him. I feel. You can see.
Oh,
he's
he's
like
gonna
a
have to do that.
Balkan type, man.
Yeah, that's
like
what
a
I was thinking too.
Bigger,
More modern.
Russian guy who's got like sick mitts.
This guy's gonna be a
That's
problem.
his pass.
He's a center, right? He has, or maybe a winger.
I think he's a
He's a winger, yeah.
If he was a center, that would be a problem. Even more.
He
Yeah,
still would be a
man.
problem.
Oh, man,
Oh my
this guy's
god, he's
Oh,
nasty.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
That was fucking
He went
disgusting.
5th? Who were the 4
I
players
think so.
chosen for this guy, man?
I think so. Let me just.
No.
No.
I know. I think would have been him and Bernard were the top 2 picks. I think. No, that was something.
No,
that
was it
Michov.
Michov and
Yeah.
him?
Different Russian.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Let me do a quick
Same
research.
difference.
Yeah.
Same thing.
This guy might be way better than Mitchkov, man. The way he's just.
Yeah,
think
he
so.
can skate. Michkov can't skate. That's the biggest issue with him.
That's the same issue with Bernard too.
Ooh.
Bernard can't skate
Kid can
either.
shoot too.
Yeah. He was 5th overall pick in 2024, yeah. So not
Yeah,
Bedard's draft, so the
So
year after.
Salbrini.
Yeah, silly.
Shit, man. This guy's looking better than Salbrini.
Yeah, he got everything you need. He had all star power.
Nice pass.
God damn.
Even if you're like,
Good
like
vision.
2, 3, and 4 picks, like, not gonna pick that Russian.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is the NHL teams are so scared of picking Russians.
He just
For no reason now, I think. You know, 'cause-
he's
Yeah.
moving around these guys like it's nothing, eh?
yeah. I know. I think a lot of these Russian kids drop because they don't know when they're going to show up to the NHL, which is stupid.
Right.
If you're a team that's rebuilding, you might as well wait.
If they're showing up, like, eventually, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to really need a 18, 19-year-old season anyways?
Yeah.
And think with him, he can do other things, right? Like, you know, like all those like dangles, they're not always going to work in the NHL, right? But you can see he can actually drive the net and everything like that as
Yeah.
well. He has other elements in his game.
He's got great skating ability.
Yeah. The more and more you guys, the more and more we watch it, you guys write about that. I think he is a Malcolm type.
Yeah,
guy.
I retract my everything. It was from that one highlight.
It's because he's a Canucks fan. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. We get
Canuck angle.
Last time the Canucks had a good Russian, though, man. We could use a guy like this to electrify this crowd.
We'll trade him for Patterson. How about that?
Yeah, we'll call.
Ain't nobody want that.
There's no-
content. Ain't
he's
nobody want
underrated.
that. Ain't nobody give him this guy for mention.
I'm surprised he went 5th, but
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
I'm surprised Montreal picked the right Russian for once.
He's nasty, man.
yo, this guy's hands is just.
I mean, he play for Marty St. Louis next
Yes,
year.
he does.
You know what? That might be a good thing because Marty St. Louis is one of those coaches. I feel like
Yeah,
That
a lot
is
of-
too-
a lot of
He's
dudes
an
there.
anti-torts.
Yeah.
this guy's nasty. You gotta let him do his deeks, man.
And he's not scared to take the puck to the net,
Yeah,
which is
no,
nice
he's-
to see.
We should check out his like all his like tangibles afterwards, like his height.
Who is he compared to?
Yeah.
Right.
Who's the Angelic
Yeah.
compared to? That'll be good. Damn.
Yeah, his mitts are insane.
He's nasty. He's gonna be a problem. I can't,
for sure.
how do I use more? I need more words now.
You're at a loss for words.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh.
And I
running out
don't
of-
blame you, man. He just keeps building his highlight.
My
package.
vocabulary bag isn't that deep though.
Oh, damn.
That's the biggest issue right now. I need ChatGPT.
Some of these angles, you know, if only they were better, you know, you could probably see much. He's playing for Team Russia here?
I think so. What tournament is this?
Oh, what a pass.
This time.
So he's on Montreal, right?
Yeah.
Montreal, a market that will appreciate his talent.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
These kind of players always thrive in Montreal too, because like whatever reason it is, like when you saw Kovalchuk coming back to the league too,
Yeah.
and Liney over there, they always thrive too. And I mean,
Because
Montreal's like the mecca of hockey, right?
Yeah.
Like that's like real
Yeah.
hooping.
that's
The real
yeah.
hooping. And I think
Real hockey.
I think it's more European kind of too when you think of like,
It is,
the
the
culture,
culture,
of Montreal,
yeah.
the culture. I think that's what benefits these guys.
That's why
And
they're
they
the
don't
best
the
crowd.
fans don't care where
No.
you're from as
Yeah.
long as
No,
you
no.
can play.
as long as you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it was Toronto, they'd be like, this fucking Russian. Don Cherry already have the whole paragraph ready for the Toronto Star, him and Bobby Orr put together.
If they have you had this guy in, you have Slavkovsky who's showing he could play now, and then you have Caulfield and Suzuki, all these forwards, and Lane Hutton. You have a deadly team coming up.
And Gooley too,
Yeah,
a young defenseman.
You know what?
Yeah.
This team reminds me a little bit of like that old,
Oxford too.
like we're talking about
Wi-Fi.
Pittsburgh, the old like Malkin and all those guys coming up at once. This is what the team kind of reminds me of. This new Montreal team.
Yeah, they had a
Of course.
Sure, they don't
defenseman.
have a Sidney Crosby like guy, but like all those guys put together could be Sidney Crosby, Suzuki, and Caulfield.
And this is what Montreal's been doing for a few years now, right? They fully embraced the rebuild.
yeah.
And it looks like it's been paying off.
100%.
I'm glad they finally embraced it too, because for
They need it,
years
yeah.
watching like them struggle to make it like to certain points of playoffs.
Like, you need Montreal to be like that top dog again, right? And
Yeah.
It makes everything else a lot
It just
better
makes
and
it
fun.
out like teams that don't just that think like retooling is the move. It just doesn't like it seems beneficial if you got like a player like such as Quinn Hughes or like David Pastrnak. That makes sense to have a retool.
Yeah,
But if you're like a team like Montreal, like
exactly.
you didn't have anybody. All you had is K
Besides
Price
Carey
for the
Price.
last
Yeah.
15 years, and that ain't gonna change. Like that's not gonna change anything. Like Shea Weber's not gonna be the guy
I know.
to be leading you when he's 65 years old.
Right.
No, like, I've liked what Montreal's been doing. Like they're gonna be.
And I like the coaching decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he-
I'm a big Marty St. Louis guy too, So
It's their dad, right? The Hughes brothers.
no.
No, not
That's a different Hughes. He got
Yeah.
drafted too. I think his name is Jack
Oh,
Hughes
he's got a
too.
shot too, man.
yeah, Jack
Yeah, that's
Hughes.
what Jack. I was like thinking.
His name is Jack Hughes as well.
Because remember they kept talking about. I was like confused because they were talking about.
I think he got drafted in LA.
Well, he's either gonna be Malkin, but the other Russian that had like sick hands that of his
Datsuk.
size was
Fedorov?
no
Was Fedorov even that
Nishushkin. So he's either gonna be Malkin or he's gonna be Nishushkin.
We're throwing all these generational talents. He's like, wow, hey,
No, because he was a guy who was like a bigger Russian that they had they didn't say Malkin, but they were kind of like implying, like, oh, who knows? You never know. You might turn into Malkin. And so it's either going to be Malkin or bust.
hey, Val's still out here, man.
Val's got a $5 million contract, whatever he does.
Well, some might say that's off the beneficial of Landeskog. Landeskog keep an eye on him.
Landeskog. He's not finessing it like it's like Mikko Rantanen.
Yeah, that's true. God damn.
The only thing I feel like with Russian players that you sometimes got to worry about is their defensive side of the puck. And it's always like that's the thing that holds him back in the NHL because coach is like, I can't trust him up there.
But I think like to you guys' earlier point, I
Exactly.
think Marty will let him play though.
Yeah.
Like if it's okay defensively, because he knows like the team's still rebuilding and learning, right?
Yeah.
So I think Marty's a good coach for
100%.
that.
I think it depends on the coach, right? Like
Yeah.
If you
those top tier offensive guys, like Patrick Kane's never played defense. No one's really said anything
Go to
about
Ovechkin
Patrick
never played
Kane.
defense.
Exactly.
Right? Like, you got to let the top guys be the top
Yeah.
guys, right? Like, why are you asking him
Yeah.
to be
Something
Michael
they're not.
Pekka or something?
yeah,
fair.
they're expecting too. They think that this guy's like they all should be like Sidney Crosby and develop
go
that
back
part
a
of
bit.
that game, but they're not.
And it's not always, but a lot of times on these Russian players, that's what they like doing to, like, towards as an example of why you got to bench him. Oh, he's on play. He's a rookie, right? He's on the. Like, why do you expect him to have a full understanding of the game?
He's not bad on the forecheck either, right there. He stole the puck.
Yeah.
That's why I went back. I wanted to see.
Well,
him.
Datsuk can.
He had a few plays where he forced a turnover and got the puck back.
Future Selke winner right there.
Yeah, I'm hype this guy as much as I can. Maybe I buy a jersey. Maybe I buy a Montreal jersey.
Yeah, I'm sold, man.
It's not bad at all. I'm a
Let's
pretty
see the
impressed.
other picks in that draft, man.
Yeah, let's look back at this
I want
draft.
to see who it was compared to.
And that too.
Because it was Celebrini and then
Leshushnov. That was and then Anaheim took a winger. I haven't heard much of him.
idiots.
Yeah, Anaheim might want to regret that one.
It's funny because I've heard more about the guys who got taken after Demidov than anybody else. Like
Yeah.
Tidge Gilna, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I think Yamchuk, I've heard of.
Yeah.
Yamchuk, I heard
Yeah,
of a lot.
yeah.
Pareka too, and I've heard of a lot of these other guys. I haven't heard about the Anaheim Ducks pick and the Blue Jackets and even Yeah, those two guys I haven't heard about. You could have used them if you're either one of those two, especially Columbus.
Definitely.
You could have brought in a legendary.
Could you, or even Chicago? Imagine that like future with
Bedard
Demidov
and
Bedard.
Yeah.
You blew it!
He's 6'1", 192, Zach, because you were asking.
That'd be bigger.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
The
not
way
that
you-
6'1's pretty
the
big.
way he was like looking, he's
Yeah,
like my
moves,
height
right?
basically.
Who was his draft comparison to?
Let's see.
Oh, Kucherov. Yes, Kucherov is
Okay,
comparison.
this
That's
is-
Kucherov?
Oh man.
Yeah.
You like Kucherov slide to the 5th pick, man?
Well, the Kucherov wasn't Kucherov either. That
Kirill Kaprizov. I feel like that might be more fair than Kucherov. Because
Mm.
based on his, like, he's a little taller than Kucherov.
But he was
Whatever
second on
we-
Demidov. I mean, on
Yeah,
Craig
he
Biles
was high on him, eh?
So the reason that he dropped to 5th was the
The Russian factor.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think he's a better player than Michkov?
And he can
He's a
skate
Kucherov
better.
to me, right there. He says it. He's a
He's a
Kucherov to me. He
Kucherov.
can skate, pass, and
yeah.
he's brilliant.
I'm surprised those other Anaheim, Chicago, and Columbus. Columbus especially.
Columbus, yeah.
Columbus stays.
You know, if Craig
I think
Button,
ever
Button
since,
drafted this
Phil
guy,
Thomas, they're scared.
he'd still have a job in the league.
Chicago, man. Imagine if they had. I mean, Bedard is like not playing that well, but imagine having him and Demidov coming up in your system. Now you have a real future that you could build around.
Pretty much your
Right.
Patrick Kane and
See,
Taves.
then
Malcolm
it's like
Crosby
worth
too.
you playing like ass and risking
Yeah.
tanking, right?
Yeah.
But now it's just like, Bedard just seems like he's dying out there. Like you could be like, oh, like him playing bad. It's like, don't worry about it. We got this Russian kid coming up. Maybe you can play with.
Definitely, especially considering they picked a defenseman, and the defense is probably gonna take like 3 years to really become like a impact player in the NHL. So your Bedard's gonna be sitting pretty for the guy from 2024 to show up.
Yeah.
Whereas this Russian probably would have been ready as the next year.
Yeah.
This is an exciting time to be these fucking Montreal Canadiens. Lucky ass Montreal Canadiens fans. You have like 24 cups. What more do you need, huh? What more do you need? You need another one? You guys have all these young players coming up. You have Cole Caulfield.
Huh? They don't have one recently.
They don't have Gielifert
Oh,
anymore.
yeah, true.
They don't have John Belleville.
You guys might be close, dude. Demidov? You might be.
These guys are all better than those motherfuckers. If you put them back in the day,
Hey, don't
I
say
think
that.
you can.
We hooked the Montreal fans and now we just lost them after you said that.
Gotcha, bitch!
We hooked them in and we're like, oh, Montreal. They're like, no. But yeah, this team's, they have a lot of promise.
Man, if they make the playoffs, it's going to be bode so well for them in the future.
You know what else I really liked about what they did? They took shots at these younger guys who weren't working out anywhere else. Like Alex Newhook and Kirby Doc were highly praised young players.
Yeah.
And they went out and traded for them. Obviously, they're still not panning out, but they're good risk to take on both these guys.
Oh yeah,
You
and they
know
were still pretty young, 24. Like,
Yeah, both 24.
What about the
year olds.
real culture guy? Just you mentioned Gallagher, dude. Still hanging
he's
in
still
there.
on. I think he should retire with them, to be honest.
he's gonna.
He has to, right?
Yeah.
He's a perfect guy to keep with the young guys because he still plays that great game.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's good. He's a good pro.
I think the only thing you're worrying about is your goaltending now. I know Caden Premium was
Carey Price has come back. Did you not hear the comeback story?
Is he actually like?
No.
He got the promo.
Anyway, though, I think the future's bright for Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with this guy at the
This
helm.
guy looks good. He looks deadly.
Do you think he's gonna be end up being their best player?
I mean, I think he probably has the most upside out of all their guys. Caulfield is a really good goal scorer, but I don't think he's got the all-around skill this guy has.
I would say he is.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Yeah.
No love for Nick Suzuki. Eh? Shout out Nick Suzuki.
It's gonna be him
There
or
you go. I brought back the Montreal fans.
It's gonna be him or Slavosky, I think, in terms
Ah.
who's gonna be the guy for them on the forward end,
Yeah.
and then maybe who's the Hudson?
Lane Hudson. Yeah.
Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson probably may end up being their best player. Actually, low key.
Yo, I like the other guy, Gooley.
Oh, he's good, yeah. Gooley's
Because
solid.
he plays
Yeah,
like a
he's
solid
solid, yeah.
all-around game, and he
Yeah.
never gets no fanfare.
Is he the
I'll
Jacob
have
Slavin?
him TV.
I'd
Canada.
rather have him over Jacob Slavin. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Nobody likes Jacob Slavin, right?
Everyone loves him. apparently.
Unless you're American.
Yeah. Then,
Red, white, and blue.
Then he's better than Brian Leach. He's better than Chris Chelios. He's the best American-born defenseman in the game.
Oh, you guys
Hell,
don't
he
know
might
this.
be the best American player of all time.
Right.
At this rate, yeah.